Hi, my name is Arshh Vinayak and this is the prototype process for the AR D&D Monster Collection book. So the first thing I did was create the hardware for the product. To do that, I had to learn woodworking. I had never done that before, so I asked a friend to teach me, and teach he did. He told me how to drill the holes, how deep it needs to go, how to use the machines, and how to screw them in tightly, make sure everything works, take the measurements, and in the end sand everything down to make sure everything is well rounded and not sharp. I was happy with the way it turned out, and this was the final hardware for now. So I moved on to the next step, which was again dusting, using a sandpaper thingy to round the corners, each and every edge, but in doing so I actually broke the nails off, which damaged the wood. I used wood glue to fix it and moved on to the next step, which was how to make a stencil. I had to learn how to do this, and I was very surprised to learn that you had to cut using a knife and get every corner down. This was very new to me, and I did it using scissors and knife, and I used blue tack to stick on each and every small corner, put it on the board, and used a pencil to trace the lines. My basic idea with this was I wanted to burn the wood in to make it, to give it a really cool look.
A soldering machine, gonna burn it in, and then gonna fix it. Hi, this is me. Alright, I'm gonna use this soldering machine to burn the wood in. So, like, burn it in. We're gonna do it with my design here. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
I wanted it to look super cool, and I wanted it to cover it with leather, but I had already spent more than 80 bucks on the hardware and I didn't really want to spend a lot, so I decided to go with burning the wood in. Learned how to do etching. This was a really fun experience, and I saved my fingers from burning a lot many times, but in the end it turned out good and I liked how it looked. Gave it a really rustic and fantasy feel, which was what I was going for. So I moved on to the next step, which was creating the characters, the monsters I want to spawn using augmented reality. I was told that I would need my own to get better marks, so I did. I went back and looked at my assets I've created over the past years and found out some of the monsters I made, tweaked them, ported them to Unity, and tried to get them work. But this is where the problems arise. Unity did not work for me. I tried the code multiple times, I asked for help from our tutors, but it just wouldn't work. Sometimes it would spawn the camera inside the characters, sometimes the characters won't spawn, sometimes they would spawn at random locations and won't despawn, which was the biggest frustration. And many a times they would just not despawn. If I scan the QR code again, it would spawn two monsters. It just wasn't working for me, and I tried a lot. It didn't work. I changed the software, went to Spark AR. It worked for me. Everything seemed nice. I used plane tracking and gesture-based control to spawn the AR augmented reality monsters. Used Audacity to edit audio, put in audio. As you can see, tap and hold spawns the particle effects. Everything worked in this new software, which is Spark AR. I used Canva to create the sprite sheets which I want to use to spawn my monsters. I still put in the QR code just to demonstrate the Unity not being working, but the gesture controls for the new software was so good. You could actually use two fingers to pan and change the size of the spawned object. You click and hold for the particle effects, and I was able to code all of this in, and it worked as I wanted it to, so that's good. The last step was using microbit. I thought how good it would be if I opened the book and it played a sound, so I did it. I put it there, and as soon as it opens up, it plays a welcome sound. Put it all together and my project was done. Thank you.